north, but none of them had floors like this in their houses. Their floors looked like this in the kitchen there. So this was her Yankee room. She would have huge dinner parties in this room. In fact, the table here today is not her original table. Hers was so big it almost went from window to window in this room. She would have these elaborate dinner parties, like I said, set with fine china. In fact, the china we have here on the table today, she purchased in Czechoslovakia. It's hand painted. She purchased the glassware in Mexico City, hand blown glass. Over here on this china cabinet over here, we have her mother's china, which she inherited. It's from the Wedgwood Company. The top one, the blue one there, is Wedgwood Blue, and the bottom one there is called Bullfinch pattern. And then the plates over here, the 4 plates on this piece of furniture over here, she had hand painted for her by an artist in Louisville, Mary Hadley. And they're farm scenes, like the Grove house and the house we're in today, there up on the top. A Grove worker, maybe her Grove worker Snow Slater. Mr. Martin's pig there on the right, and that is Dora, the Jersey cow. She had a Jersey cow that she said gave the richest cream in the world. She said the cream on top of that milk was so thick you couldn't pour it off. You had to take a ladle to get the cream off the top of the milk. And her cookbook, she says in a lot of her recipes that use cream, I'll warn you, you probably can't duplicate this recipe without Dora's cream. But Dora was the meanest, vilest cow in the world, and they had a love-hate relationship. So she always writes about Dora. When she had a dinner party, she'd always sit in this chair right here, looking out the window. Can anybody venture a guess why she chose this for her chair? Yes.
It's pretty.
It's pretty, yeah. But what else? What do you see when you look out the window? The outhouse, the bathroom, yeah. She did not want her distinguished guest to sit here and look at the outhouse.
Yeah.
Let's go into the kitchen.
Too good for that outhouse.
This is a wood stove here. Now, I heard a funny story today about one of our other docents told about one day she had some younger children on the tour, and she said to them, "This is a wood stove." And one of the kids looked at her and said, "That's not made out of wood." This is a stove that burns wood. And the wood would actually be stoked into the firebox right here. And they would start this fire very early in the morning to get it hot enough to bake, biscuits and bread. Yes?
My grandmother had a wooden stove just like this.
Fantastic. They are really a rare antique today. My wife's great-grandmother had a wood stove that she always used up until the day she died. Even when, she could afford, or her kids could afford to buy her electric stove, she didn't want any part of it. She wanted to keep cooking on the wood stove. So these are called the eyes, and this would be the hottest eye, of course, right here over the wood box. Eyes of the stove here. And then over here is a water reservoir. You fill this full of water, and as it gets hot, you can ladle hot water out for whatever you need hot water for. Up here, it's not a microwave, it is a warming oven. So things you want to keep warm, you just stick right up here and close them up. And over here we have a lot of cast iron ware. I once used cast iron on a wood stove. Until she got her electricity, she didn't have a pump to pump water into the house. And so there would have been a hand pump here. And as you exit the day out the screen door on the side there, look to the right, and you'll see an example of a hand pump like she would have had here at this sink right here. This is called a pie safe over here. Things that they would bake early in the morning, they would put away in a pie safe behind screen. That would keep the insects and the bugs and even maybe the pets in the house from getting into things that they had cooked early in the morning. And as we step out the back here, we'll see an ice box.
No, move out. No.
This is known as ice box. So she was lucky that about 14 miles